Hello, I want to show you how to make a structured hat that looks like a 1920s vintage hat that has a large flower, has a vintage brooch in the center, and has feathers on the side. It's a beautiful hat. I've been making this style of hat for years. This is a new crochet pattern. It's holding 2 strands of yarn. I don't know if you can see, but there's a sparkle yarn and then a solid yarn. This is a good scrap buster. The thing I want to highlight about this hat is that chemo patients can use this hat also. Sometimes a chemo patient or radiation patient who has lost all of their hair wants to feel normal. They don't want to see looks of pity when they're out in public. And being able to wear one of these can help with that. Or maybe there's a special occasion. Maybe it's Easter, Mother's Day, they want to go out to a restaurant. Whatever the event is, they can wear a more structured hat like this because it's a bit oversized. Now, I have been demonstrating using a tight-fitting chemo cap like this one. I'll try it on for you and show you that a tight-fitting chemo cap like this can fit underneath of this structured chemo cap. Let me try this hat. As you can see, it's very tight fitting. This brim can be turned up or turned down. This is really a nice design for a chemo patient because it has this cute detail, little heart stitches. You can wear a structured cloche over top of this, and it disguises the fact that you're wearing a beanie, a tight-fitting, close-fitting beanie. Now, a chemo patient's head can be very sensitive, so a structured cloche like this might be too much. They might have sores on their head. There's a little bit of bulk right here. The yarn you use may not be comfortable. This is made with yarn that is comfortable for a chemo patient. So let me try this on for you. Let's move this around a little. And then just with a little bit of tucking, you almost can't tell that I have a close-fitting chemo cap on. These would be great to donate alongside of a tight-fitting chemo cap that you are sending to a cancer center. Maybe you have a special friend and you want to go the extra mile and not just make a chemo cap that is tight-fitting. Maybe you want to give them something that makes them happy. I'll show you how to make this. This will be a 4-part series. This is part 1, and I will show you how to make the crown. I'll put the supply list down below. You will be holding 2 strands of worsted weight yarn, and you'll be using a K crochet hook, which is a 5.5 millimeter hook. Let's get started. I'll be holding 2 strands of yarn. I'll be using this lightly variegated cream and rose, and then this rose colored yarn. And I will hold these 2 strands simultaneously. And to start, we need to make a slip knot. Place that slip knot on our hook, chain 3, and join in a ring. 1, 2, 3, and I come right down here and join on this outside loop and wrap that yarn tail and slip stitch that closed. Now chain 1, yarn over. We're going to make 10 half double crochets in the ring. This is not the hole. This is the hole right under that hole. I have a very detailed tutorial on how to chain 3 and join in a ring. So that's our, I'll put the link down below. So that's the first half double crochet, second half double crochet, third half double crochet, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8, 9. Now that hole looks a little big, but don't worry, we were crocheting over those yarn tails. We'll use those yarn tails to pull and close that hole up. Let's move that over just a little bit. This makes our 10th half double crochet. Let me count my stitches to make sure. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so now we join with a slip stitch to the top of this first half double crochet. Then we joined with a slip stitch. There we go. Now we have a ring with 10 half double crochets in it. Let's go ahead and pull that. Grab hold of these yarn tails and give it a pull, and it closes up that hole. And then you can also, when you are finished, go back through and sew that in. All right, so let's chain 1, and we'll put 2 half double crochets in the joining stitch and in each stitch around. So at the end of this round, we will have 20 half double crochets. We're at the last stitch. So 2 half double crochets in this last stitch. This is the end of round 2, and we will join with a slip stitch in the top of this first half double crochet. This is considered our joining stitch. All right, there we have the beginning. Now chain 1 and 1 half double crochet in this joining stitch, and 2 half double crochets in this next stitch. Now that is the repeat sequence. 1 half double crochet in the next stitch and 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. All right, you can see we have 1 half double crochet here and 2 half double crochets here. So this is the repeat sequence, 1 half double crochet and 2 half double crochets. Let me finish that all the way around. This is round 3. At the end of round 3, we will have 30 stitches. And round 3 is working with a sequence of 3 stitches. So here's your first stitch, and then 2 stitches in the next stitch. So that's 3 stitches. I know not everyone's brain works that way, but that's how I keep track. I'm on round 3, and I'm working with a repeat that involves 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. All right, let me continue. All right, we are at the end of the round. We need to put 1 half double crochet in this stitch and 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. All right, join with a slip stitch to the top of this half double crochet. I started to make a single crochet, so join with the slip stitch. So there's our slip stitch. Now chain 1. Now we're on round 4, and we will place 1 half double crochet in the joining stitch, 1 half double crochet in the next stitch, and 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. And we're working with a sequence of 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so the repeat is a half double crochet in the next stitch, half double crochet in the next stitch, and 2 half double crochets in this next stitch. At the end of this round, we will have 40 stitches. We're working with a sequence of 4 stitches on round 4, and we will have 40 stitches at the end of this round. Okay, let me finish that all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end of the round. I'm at the end of the round. I need to place a half double crochet here, half double crochet here, and then 2 half double crochets right here. Let me finish that up and join, and then we'll go on to round 5. All right, we're at the end of this round. We will join with a slip stitch to the top of that first half double crochet. Let's go into round 5. Round 5 is chain 1, half double crochet in the joining stitch, half double crochet in the next stitch, half double crochet in the next stitch, and then 2 half double crochets in this next stitch. So we're working with a sequence of 5 stitches for round 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the sequence is 1, 1, 1, and 2. 1, 1, 1, and 2. Let me do that again. This is round 5. At the end of round 5, we will have 50 stitches. 1 half double crochet, 2 half double crochets, and I'll do that all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end of the round. Okay, we are at the end of the round. We need 1 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet, and 2 half double crochets. We're working with a sequence of 5 stitches in round 5. So 1 half double crochet, 2 half double crochets, 3 half double crochets, and then 2 in this stitch. 1, 2. Join with a slip stitch in the top of this half double crochet. Now let's measure this. Let's measure across. This is 6 1/4, almost 6 1/4 to 6 1/2 inches. If you have that as the circumference, then you are in good shape to make a medium to large adult size hat. Now, if you were making an extra small to small, this last round would not have been half double crochet stitches. It would have had the exact same repeat sequence of working with 5 stitches of but they would be single crochet stitches. So it would be single crochet, single crochet, single crochet, 2 single crochets. And when you're working with chunky yarn or 2 strands of yarn, it does make a difference on the increases and the height of the stitch as to how big your hat will be. So if you are if you are making an extra large hat, then you would make one more round of increases, but they would be single crochet stitches, unless you want a super duper extra large hat. This is the end of part 1. So part 2 will take us from the crown of the hat down to the past these. So that's the end of the first part. I hope you learned something. I hope you learned that sometimes adding a single crochet increase round will make a smaller hat. Working with chunky yarn and 2 strands of yarn is just a little different than working with 1 strand of yarn. There are many ways to make a hat, and I hope I've taught you something new. Part 2 will include the side up through these nub stitches. Part 3 will be the flared brim. Stay tuned. I'll put all links down below.